Thank you. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Some online watchers, so viewers in joining this session. It's great to be here in this open stage. I will present a new topic, a different topic that we have been discussing this morning today. It's about cultural heritage and how we can preserve it using the collaboration from everyone. So I will start by introducing a little bit of my background, because I think it's important. Because this talk and this project I will present is something personal, something I developed myself because I'm some curious, and perhaps you have the same, let's say, the same initiative, the same request or the same ideas when you have you travel abroad or you are visiting a new city, and you see in the streets the names, the plaques representing the name of the streets and the different places, right? And you figure out why this is this person representing the street, representing the place, or who was this politician, or why this animal is giving the name to this street. So I wondered this when I was in many places, right? And I decided to look into these details and find information and try to do some, let's say, a easy way to understand the reality of the cities and the past and the history of the cities. So basically, the cultural heritage of the city or the heritage of the city. So I've been, basically, I'm an IT engineer with a lot of experience with web standards. I've been working in W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium, for 15 years. Always related to standards, interoperability, also advocating for open data, because this is very important. Open data, the public information that is held by the public administrations, the archives, the libraries. Yeah, these public assets that by definition are public, are for the citizens, are by the citizens, and can help us to create and to understand this cultural heritage of the local places and cities, towns, in a global scale. Also, something important is that I've been following some of the, helping some of the governments and worldwide, specifically in Europe, in Spain, to define these open data strategies. So how they can release the open data, the public resources, to help third parties like myself as a citizen to create applications or projects like the one I will present here today. And also, as I told you at the beginning, I'm a local heritage enthusiast. So I want to promote the cultural heritage in my city. Everyone is proud of the culture, right? Our cultures. The communities, we are focused on preserving the culture. So the culture is something that identifies basically the community or a specific collective of people. So we need to preserve, we need to, it's part of the activities we need to do. And this project I'm going to present is something that it began when I moved to Belgium. I'm from Spain, I moved to Belgium, and I moved to the Flemish part of Belgium. They speak Flemish, variant of Dutch. Very difficult for me. So it was a nightmare at the beginning. So I tried to understand all the remaindings they had about the Middle Ages and the huge and rich culture they have, and the cultural heritage they have in their cities, right? And they have a lot of artworks. They have a lot of, I don't know, many information around. But it was very difficult to understand for me. So you can find a specific plaque with information about the artwork or the figure representing the specific milestone in the history, but I couldn't understand. But this might happen in all the places worldwide. Everyone is proud of their culture. It could be artworks. It could be important people in the past. It could be even, I don't know, museums or gastronomy, botanics. So everyone is proud of something they have locally. And they will be able to promote it globally using the technologies, right? The internet and the ICT, the IT technologies, right? So as I told you, when you are walking around, I was walking around in my city, in Leuven, every asset, every touristic place around was in Dutch. So very difficult for me to understand. It's not accessible. It's not only because of the language, also for people with some different functionalities, blind people or someone that cannot access to read these plaques, they have difficulties to understand what happened there or what is the asset that was there, right? So it's something that we need to solve, and we can solve very easily. Also, we have some hidden gems around the city that only locals might know. For instance, you can see or in the slide one tree that is part of the culture of the city, and it's very difficult to find. There is a small plaque behind the tree, but it's very difficult to find unless someone tells you that is an important or represents an important milestone of the city. So we need to provide something. We need to do something, right? And we see that ICTs are our ally to represent the information, to collect the information, preserve the information, and also to publish the information and represent the information publicly. So we can use ICT to preserve and promote and understand the heritage. So we have in our devices, we have the capability to access to more context, who we are, the language we speak, which is the context where we are based right now, the geolocation and the things we like. And we can use this context to find the information we like and to represent something or to find better ways to represent, in this case, the heritage around us. So another example that it was interesting for me at the beginning, this is the picture, or representing the picture of a church that is called the Unfinished Church. And what this was for. There is some history that, or you can read something if you understand Dutch, that history that, they tried to build a much larger, a much bigger church, something like this. But it's something interesting, right? We don't see this information. You cannot see this information unless you go to the Wikipedia or the archives of the city and find this kind of information. And this was how, or this is how the church would look like if they could finish. It was a problem of the, let's say, the ground, and it was an architectural problem. So with ICT, we can help citizens, people around, visitors, to understand what was the heritage of the city. So, as I told you, more context and better ways to represent. And also, something very important, as I told you before, accessibility. We can provide better ways to provide this information, to express this information to all people, independently on the different needs and requirements they have. If they are blind, if they have some mobility problems, we can use these technologies, as you know, augmented reality, metaverse, or something simple as this project, as I will present. This project is called Heritage In. And this is something, it's not commercial, it's open source, it's something that you can use. And what we try to do, or what I tried to do, was maximizing these technologies in a very simple way, no cost at all. So using the basic open source information, the open data information, so the public information in the archives, in the newspapers, also published on the web, in the Wikipedia or Wikidata, and using some tools to help the community, which is the most important part for this talk, how the community can contribute to the original data to create a better resource and to express better the story about and the history of this asset you want to represent. It's something that it aims to be sustainable, so low cost, very easy to maintain, using open source for everyone to innovate with it. And if you want to expand the use case, you can create a your better idea, even monetize the idea. And also, as I always mention, more accessible, trying to be inclusive to all communities, multilingual, and also providing more accessibility for representing the data. So this is basically the outcome. You can see in the slide the one screenshot of a simple application you can use in your mobile phone. And just scanning a QR code or just placing or going around the city, you can be recommended some places around you that are special for this place. So in this project, we try to collect and represent local assets to the global community. So this is a methodology and a set of tools that can be implemented by anyone. So it's important here in this forum because it's totally related to one of the SDGs, in concrete the 11 and the goals 4, how to preserve the cultural heritage. But in this case, we are not promoting only the cultural heritage. As I told you, it's promoting all kind of heritage you can have in your community. It could be related to geography, I don't know, museums, botany, whatever you need, or whatever you have. So at a glance, the methodology that basically it's to show that this is feasible, so the collaboration and the open source and open data is feasible to preserve this, the cultural heritage worldwide. So this is basically the summary of the methodology. At the beginning, you can clone, so replicate, take, download the specific project, and just use it. You can use it whatever you want. It's open source, so you only need to access the internet and get the source code and the templates you can use. You have some databases that you can just modify and from using some basic spreadsheets, and you can translate the spreadsheet to the specific database format. You can customize the app, the basic application, changing colors, modifying let's say the look and feel of the application, and after that, just upload the specific resources you have and start the collaboration. You can run the application and start the collaboration with the rest of the community, the rest of the citizens or the rest of the visitors that are around. As I told you at the beginning, the most important part of the preserving the heritage or the cultural heritage could be your neighbor, yourself, your grandfather, that they always know some story about that place, about that person, about this asset, right? So just emphasizing a little in the database and how we can customize the application. So very simple way. So some code, you don't need to understand the code, but you see that it's very simple to change. Even we can create some tools on top of this to avoid just writing the code specifically. So this is only the information that you have to, let's say, customize for your own application, for a new application from scratch. So creating or adding some new colors or changing the names, changing the attribution, let's say, texts, and also, yeah, all the information you want to add, the description of the application, just changing how to customize this. This is another example you can see there. In this case, it's an example with the collaboration of the one museum in the city of Antwerp in Belgium with open air museum with some statues in the open air museum. So you can see that you can create for many purposes. So this is the configuration file, very simple to understand and to update. You can customize the colors, the languages, the icons in minutes, and the application is ready in seconds. You only need to include some points of interest, the ones that you need to, yeah, for sure, this is something that is the most important part. And you can rely on the open data resources you have in the municipality, in the archives, around you, or just starting from scratch from some templates. And at the end, you will have something like this. This example, it's the application you can see in your smartphone. You can play in some other devices. So far, the application, apart from the methodology, you have the application in 3 formats: progressive web application, a native app using the Open Harmony operating system, or a mini app, which is a new form of small applications, light applications to run on the devices. So the application is ready in seconds. You can export whatever in whatever format you need, or just run on the web. I said in seconds. In reality, it's in minutes, right? I did a test yesterday. Now that we have AI, generative AI, right? So when I created the application, it was a bit tougher. So it said at the beginning, it said this slide was about 1 hour or half a day. Now it's minutes. So we can use something like this. It's amazing. This is just one example. You can replicate with whatever model your engine, AI engine you want. OK, let me or show me the top touristic attractions. This is the touristic attractions in Oslo. And in this case, DeepSeek showed some of the results, right? OK, you can order, you can ask different things. I told the AI engine, OK, model in the way I want. So give me the latitude, longitude, so the coordinates, the title, the description. Give me a couple of links if I need more information, external information. Also, the link of an open image from the Wikipedia or whatever you find it. And after that, give me the specific format I want. The template, as I told you before, as I showed you before. So this is something like we got. And at the end, we had this. I told this engine to give me a set of 10 or 15 elements to represent this. And in a couple of minutes, I got this. So the full list of, or the top list, according to the AI engine in Oslo, with something, showing the application with information, contextual information about, once you open the application, it will tell you how far you are from this point of interest. The information, description, the title, a nice picture. If you tap on the specific card of this asset, you have more information, more descriptive information, also the map to help you to go to this place, and more information, useful information to understand, to share, and the most important, asking experts for input. If it is wrong, or if you can expand the information we have here, we want to have the collaboration from everyone. So as I told you, this information at the beginning was collected by public archives or the Wikipedia or whatever open data source you can have. But the important part is enriching from the community. Their local communities, the local experts, or the normal citizen that is walking around and they know something about this place. And at the end, also, you can include many things like sharing the information or whatever. So you can expand the topics, you can expand the application. And can apply to any type of heritage, not only cultural heritage or, as I told you, the botanics or geography or geology or whatever, right? This was another example. The famous and the illustrious women in Paris. So another example I created in several minutes just to show that this is possible. One example I will skip because we are running out of time, just to show the full application, how it is, but basically I described it before. But something very important, you can adapt the application to a specific artworks or resources. This was one of the adaptations of the application to cover one specific artwork that is showing the expansion of the universe, so the Big Bang, considering the context, the spatial and temporal context. So represented in a big city, in a big circle, you can walk around the city and the application will tell you where you are in time since the origin of the universe. And it's represented by different galaxies. So it's very advanced. It's related to astronomy. So you see that it's another topic. But it's adapted to a new need. And in this case, supported by the specific community that is the enthusiasts for astronomy. So just to summarize, what we want is preserving the local heritage. We all have local heritage, but globally. And we can do it in a easy way, very low-cost way, using open data, open source, involving everyone, involving the community, involving our friends, the local community that they are the experts, and exposing everything in a timely and accessible way to everyone. It's important to build some infrastructures for this, like, yeah, if you want to create something, if you want to replicate something on top of this platform, now I can give you the permission to use it, but if you want to do it globally, we need some support, someone that can host the servers and the infrastructure in general. And also policies, because, you know, if you want to use the first information, the first resources, this open data, as I told you, that it's the first, let's say, the first raw data you can add into the application, you need to be granted, and you have to at least to have a specific open data policy for using this. And yep, at the end, what we need is the collaboration from the civil society, the public bodies, the academia, that they are the experts, that they can also research on the topics. But the most important part is involving everyone from the street to make the most of this preservation of the heritage and cultural heritage. Thank you.